What is up, you guys? Happy Monday. How is everybody doing? This is super fun because now I have included my Instagram is growing a lot. So I've actually included my Instagram the last 2 Mondays on my Monday Live. If you guys don't know, hi. If you are new on Instagram, hi. If you're new on Facebook, my name is Brea Owen. I'm a Keto Primal health coach, life coach, transformation coach, because my whole goal is for you to take care of yourself, heal your body, reach your goals, and that is a transformation. That is not a diet, it is a lifestyle. So welcome to my page. Oh, thank you, Christine. It's so weird on Instagram because all the screen names are so different. They're never your name. On Facebook, I can say names, but thank you, Christine. I think it's Christine. Hi, everybody. How are you, Walter? How are you, Brittany? Hi, brother. Lori. Okay, so let's get to it because I can say hi to you guys all day long. I want to talk about 2 things, and I'm going to try to keep this short, but sometimes I just naturally go into my coaching. So I want to talk about inflammation, all right? So when you switch over to keto, the whole goal of going keto, people are like, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight. But keto is actually a diet that will heal your body. But because it's so trendy right now, the word keto, people create all these crazy keto recipes, and just because it's low carb, it works. And then they find themselves stalled or in pain or sluggish, and that's because just because something is low carb and high fat doesn't mean it could be good for your body. And ultimately, you don't want to lose weight to not heal your body, because that is going to catch up to you later. That is absolutely my story. I was a chronic yo-yo dieter. Everything was non-fat, low-fat. I drank explosives, and I was like, fat-free, awesome. Like, seriously, some of my friends laugh at me right now because they're like, I told you that would catch up to you. And I never, if you know me, I never listen to anybody. But it's not our fault. We came from a generation, right, where low-fat and non-fat was looked at like that's what you should do. Fat is bad. Fat is not bad. If you make your body fat adapted, fat will fuel your body. However, you cannot fuel your body with high fat and high carbs. Carbs are the ones that cause inflammation. Sugar is the biggest culprit for causing inflammation. Absolutely horrible. And every time I leave my environment and go somewhere else, I'm just absolutely shocked, because sugar is literally the lean-in. Everybody is like, I have to have sugar, I have to have sugar. And then they have more and more sugar. And I'm like, if I ate that in like 1 meal, I would explode. So I'm really confused. So this video is for people that are already switching out, right? They might already have been keto adapted and want to go more primal because they're not feeling that great, or might feel like they're hitting a plateau. So hi, Kevin. So they want to advance it, right? So inflammation, a lot of times people are still including vegetable oils. That's an omega-3. A lot of omega-6 will cause inflammation. So cut out the vegetable oils, cut out canola oil, soybean oil, grains and sugars. That's, if you're already keto, you already know. And nuts. Yeah, seriously, like a lot of people fuel their keto diet with nuts. Almonds, they do cause inflammation. Anytime I eat anything like that, I feel it. But I have gone layers and layers of removing bad foods out of my diet. The minute I add something like that in, that's not going to throw me off my weight loss goal. It kind of does. I feel different. My body aches. And it's just too much. I call it, if you've been following me for a while, I call it #dense ass foods. Like, it's seriously too much. So almonds, almond butter. Sometimes I even make an almond butter dessert. And because we want to have something to look forward to, I just made one with cookie butter. Well, to mimic cookie butter, because my best friend Maggie bought cookie butter, and I was like, oh my gosh. So it just made me think, let me create an almond butter cookie butter. And I actually made the cookie crumble inside of it with collagen, which helps to heal your body, right? But I could only have a tablespoon, and that's it. So it's a fine line that you gotta walk. Hi, Vicki. Oh, hi, Vicki. Okay, sorry. I'm just saying a few highs because I got a lot of people talking to me right now. So I'm going to tell you, pull out the nuts, pull out the vegetable oil, pull out the grains, pull out the sugar, soybean oil, canola oil, okay? Inflammation. Inflammation causes weight gain, all right? And mostly everybody comes to me for weight gain, but if you have chronic inflammation in your body, it is the root of every medical condition. So omega-3s are what you want to get in your body. And I have a hard time with this because A lot of omega-3 foods, I just naturally don't gravitate towards because I didn't eat them my whole life. So eggs, easy, hands down, love eggs. I've learned to implement them almost every single day in my plan, and it's pasture-raised eggs. That is very, very important. When it comes to eggs, organic doesn't even matter. It just means it. I actually screenshotted a whole thing on this, but pasture-raised eggs you want to get. And when you simplify your food groups, they might be more expensive. Vital, I forgot the name. Vital something is the name. Does anyone know the name? And they're at Sprouts, they're at Whole Foods, they're at any health food stores, and it's a big case. So I always have those pasture-raised eggs, fish oil, wild-caught fish, and make sure that you're a little bit bougie with your fish oil. You can't just go to the conventional grocery store and not know anything. You have to have a high-quality fish oil. Wild-caught fish, and salmon is one of the best ones. It's so weird having two screens staring at me, guys, so sorry if I keep looking back and forth. But wild-caught sardines, heck no, I don't eat them, but a lot of people do love that stuff, so if you do, go for it. They're amazing, omega-3, and they will lower your inflammation. They have a perfect amount of fat in there to keep you on keto. A lot of people like to lean in with adding fats, and like you should have meats with fats that are really healthy for you. So wild-caught fish, and then grass-fed beef. And I'll be honest with you, it's hard for me to implement grass-fed beef all the time. I love chicken. I grew up on chicken. Absolutely love it. So I pick my battles. I still have chicken. I lean out with chicken, but then I don't have any of the other things that cause inflammation. And when I do, I feel it. I absolutely feel it. So do what you want with those inflammation tips. If you are in pain, you guys, if you feel bloated, inflammation, here's another one. Well, I'll just wait till it goes to the next one, okay? I'm gonna give you some tips, okay? Everybody wants these tips. I get tons of messages all the time, so I just come out with a bunch of tips and I repeat them, and that's okay. I have a lot of new followers all the time, so I'm gonna go over some basics. If you feel you are stalled, if you feel your body's not healing, if you just wanna get into this lifestyle, get into it and follow these tips. No snacking. So when people go keto, they get obsessed with what they can have, and then they bring in all the foods. And all the foods, if you have all the foods in your environment, you're gonna wanna eat all the foods, whether you're full or not. So be careful with that. When you are keto adapted, the snacking kind of goes away. Snacking is usually when you have carbohydrates in your diet, right? Because when you're fat adapted, it's gonna dip into your fat store, so the snacking goes out. So no snacking. That's one of my biggest things is when you stop snacking, you start to realize how much you snack. You actually stop the stress eating. So there's a lot of stress eating involved when people have weight issues. Makes sense. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. I can't read. When it's on my laptop, I can't read what you guys are posting below, just so you know. So I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see. Hitting carbs. Okay, here's a big one. If you really clean it up, you will not go into the main things you can have. You will know there's no hidden carbs. But when you start trying all the things, there's tons of hidden carbs, you guys. I know my ingredients and I still struggle. Like seriously, if there's something in a package, there's always hidden carbohydrates. When you have vegetables, you have a lot of carbohydrates that pop in, and when you have carbohydrates, your insulin levels go up, and then your body's not healing, and it's absolutely not being a fat burner at that point in time. So and here's one just big one, okay? If you are on keto and you are looking at the whipped creams, there's Hershey whipped cream and it's low carb, look at the ingredients. It'll tell you right there, cane sugar. If you think you're having one serving of that whipped cream, you're wrong. And either way, it's causing inflammation, which is fighting against you in your results, whether it's low carb or not, right? It's causing inflammation. So as much as those look so delicious, I cannot do them. And I don't think you should too. If you are struggling losing weight or feel like you're plateaued and have these whipped creams, just take it out. If it works for you, okay, then it works for you. But if you're struggling, pull that out. And I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, because I'm pretty primal with my coaching. If you've been following me for a while, you're probably not even using something like that. You can make your own whipped cream, by the way, with coconut milk. You just put it in the fridge and you whip it up. Yeah, that's dangerous for me too, because I will eat it all. Anyways, adjust the fats, right? So if you're not getting the results you want and you're leading in with fat bombs, adding tons of fat on your meat, if the meat already has fat in it, well, there you go, right? An egg is perfectly proportioned. You don't have to add a bunch of cheese to eggs. It is a perfect proportion. So if you're I usually sometimes add sauce, right? Like I love enchilada sauce, which you have to be careful with that because all the ingredients, but that gives a lot of flavor to the eggs and it tastes delicious. I don't have to add tons of fat. It's a perfect balance. So if you're doing something like that and adding tons of cheese on it, maybe pull that out. That brings me to and then also like coconut oil. If you're leading with coconut oil and putting tons of it in your coffee, pull it out and see what happens. Too many vegetables. I know. You guys, I fell in love with vegetables. I love them. I could live off of veggies every single day, all day long. But when I do, I literally walk around with like a vegetable bloat. And if it is bloated and your stomach's out here and you feel that fullness and you feel it when you go to bed and you feel it when you wake up, you are not getting to a fat burning state when you sleep. So what I do is usually lean in with some healthy meat. And then if I'm going to add veggies, it's on a top of leafy greens. And on occasion, I'll make something like a cauliflower rice or Brussels sprouts because I freaking love that stuff. I love it. If you are brand new though, and you're eating rice and you're eating bread, it's perfect to transition you to learn how to make the Spanish cauliflower rice and stuff like that. You will shock your body, and then you kind of go through an elimination phase from there and see what works for you and doesn't. Everybody is different. Every single person is different. When I coach 6 weeks because I get them to adopt all the environment, the lifestyle, the emotional, the foods, making the meals, and then I start pulling things out. We go through a phase where they figure out what is actually affecting their body and causing them to hold on to weight or making them feel off. And then, so when you strip away, then you could add things one at a time. It's like elimination. I have like 2 weeks where we do like elimination diet, I guess. Anyways, okay. So here's a big one. Take out the dairy. I know. Don't be mad at me. Don't kill the messenger. I freaking love dairy. I was a vegetarian for years because I just copied my older sister, who's actually a vegan. Surprise, I know. But all I did was eat cheese. And I was chubby. Like, I love cheese. I could live off of cheese all day long. And they got the cheese. You can fry it on a pan. Yes, do it on occasion because you want to be somewhat excited. Like, I'll leave room for that usually in the weekend. And I don't do cheese on the weekdays. And if that sounds like too much because you literally are leading your keto lifestyle with cheese, pull out the crappy shredded cheese. Pull that out. Go get some raw goat milk cheese. It has so much flavor. You can use less. I can still lose weight if I'm having goat cheese. However, if I have tons of goat cheese, there's a bloat there and it sucks because I love cheese. I love cheese, you guys. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just letting you know it makes a huge, huge difference. And here's a big tip. If you love avocado, it's settled. Replace the cheese with avocado. Period. Done. You're good. Okay, that is it because this video can go on like for 40 minutes if I sit here and give so many tips. So I'm always here on Monday, 11/11. I like to give you guys some tips. My next coaching group is starting on Monday. If you need more information, pop it in on the comments and we will send you the link. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Have an amazing week. It is truly up to you. I don't care what's around you or what's coming at you. It is up to you. Have an amazing week. Bye, you guys.